Hi, Greg here. Today is a big day for me. Today is Sunday, December 28th, 2014, and today is the day that I turned 30 years old. I felt compelled to make a video just kind of documenting where I'm at right now in my life in comparison to where I was 10 years ago and where I plan to be in the next 10 years, as much as you can plan for that. I apologize about my appearance here. I got up this morning, I worked out, and I felt like I really need to come up and make this video. I came up to this remote part of our property up here where it's nice and quiet, just a place where I can kind of reflect. And if you're looking for entertainment value in this video, there's probably going to be none. It's just going to be me kind of discussing personal things for me, and this video is for me more or less, but I'm going to share it with the world just like I do with a lot of other stuff in my life, because I find that valuable, and maybe someone will find some value in this. But where to start? I guess turning 30 is a pretty big deal, and it's even more of a big deal for me just for the fact that I'm about to be a father any day. So this really is like starting a new chapter of my life. My 20s was a distinct chapter. Now I think my 30s is going to be a whole nother chapter within itself. So I'm really excited about that, and if we're talking about goals, obviously that's my number one goal, is just to be the best dad that I can be to Clark, my son, who is going to be born hopefully any day. I was really hoping for today, honestly. That would have been so cool to have the same birthday, but he's not due until January 6th, and I can patiently wait for that because it's just around the corner. That's obviously a goal of mine. Another goal is to be the best husband that I can be. But on a more personal level, I do have some goals, and I guess I'll start back with the last 10 years, which is my 20s. My 20s, if I had to sum it up in just a brief term, would probably be work. I worked really hard throughout my 20s, and I kind of regret that a little bit. I mean, I have a lot to show for all the work that I put in, but again, I gave up a lot to have everything that I have. I gave up a lot of time, and I think that's pretty common throughout not only the United States, but the modern world, is that we work really hard to have a lot of money, to have a lot of stuff. And I made a whole video about that pretty much in the same spot up here, about how you gotta kind of get away from that, and I'm hoping that's sort of what I can do in my 30s. But for at least the immediate time being, I'm going to continue on the path that I have been, just to kind of get to the point where I can be completely debt-free and financially independent. And like I said, there's a whole video on that, so I'm not going to get into the whole financial thing too much right now. But comparing myself today at 30 years old to where I was at when I was 20, I will say that I am now stronger than I've ever been. I'm smarter than I've ever been, and I am more financially strong than I've ever been as well. So right now, and I guess I'm happier than I've ever been. Like, my life, everything in my personal life is just going great. I know there's some problems with my parents that kind of weigh on me, with my dad's health and my mom's health and taking care of everything there. But in my distinct personal life, everything is just going great, and I couldn't be happier. So I am better right now than I was when I was 20, and I would not trade it. Like I said, I've learned so much in these 10 years. I would not go back 10 years to give it all up, because I'm at my prime right now, I think, and maybe I can continue that. So that's sort of another goal of mine throughout my 30s, not only to save more money and to be financially free someday, but to also continue working out every day, and every single day be stronger than I was the day before. And I feel like I'm on a good track for that. All you really have to do is get into a routine with working out, and if you can do it every morning, and I love to do it, I look forward to getting up every day for that reason. I think you can really make huge differences in your life, even if it's just a small thing every day. If you just do one push-up on day one, then on day 2, you do 2 and 3 and then so forth. How long will it take for you to get to 100 push-ups? And that's sort of my goal. I want to get to the point where I want to be a retired man, like 60, 70, 80 years old, and I want to be able to do 100 push-ups and be able to walk at least a mile every single day. I feel like if you can do that, there's no way that you can't be in great physical shape and be super healthy. But as I've learned, I guess, the one thing that's not in your control is like cancer and stuff like that, because that can pretty much get you whenever, and it doesn't discriminate. But that's my physical goal, is just to become stronger every day than I was the day before, and just to be better. And I think I can do that pretty well. And then financially, I nailed that. And then just mentally, I want to continue on the path that I'm on right now, to continue learning every day. I'm a huge fan of podcasts, which I mentioned on this channel before. And I every day that on my way to work and on the way home, which is about an hour commute, all I do is listen to podcasts, and I listen to business podcasts, and then I listen to like self-help ones and just health and things like that. And I really love the idea of biohacking, which is like modifying things you eat and things you take in your body, like supplements and stuff, to become stronger and smarter and all that. And I think that's really valuable. So I'm really into that. And then another goal of mine, I guess, in the next 10 years is, I can't really say 10 years because I don't even know where, I can't even really do 5 years. I'm thinking it's going to be more like from now up until like, I don't know, like maybe a year or 2 years from now. I kind of like to revisit goals I like to have very short-term goals, and I like to have goals that last about a year. So I'm saying this is where I'm at right now, and I'll definitely have to come back and watch this video the day I turn 40, and maybe I'll make a video again. But I have this, I haven't really discussed it here, but I have this other online business that I'm doing. It's sort of like a hobby that I have had since I've grown up, and I have a YouTube channel for that, which I'm not fully prepared to share right now because I really want it to be awesome before I share it with everyone. I can say that it's very small, and I intend to turn this into a business, and it's something that I absolutely love to do, and it's such a passion of mine that I would love to take this from something right now that's just breaking even, because I have a website and I have, you know, all the stuff that you would require to have a business. I have that just breaking even, and I want to turn it into something that could be fairly huge and also create some income for me each month. That way I potentially don't have to work for someone else my entire life, and I'll have more time at home with my son, which is going to be very important to me. And this is actually a business that he can do with me, and I think he'd find quite fun too. So like I said, I'm not going to share too much more about that, but that is something that I've been very passionate about for about a year now. I started this on December 1st, 2013, and it's grown substantially since then, and that's pretty fun. So this will be fun to look back on when I watch this video again. Who knows when that'll be, but it'll be fun to look back and see where my mental state was right now, in not only that, but all these things, and then see where it is maybe a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and just keep these videos updating. So I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to share with you. I think I probably rambled on long enough. If you're still watching this, obviously you have some interest in my life, and for that I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I value the people that leave comments on my channel. I really feel like I get to know some of these people, and I know your names, and it's just fun to go back and forth. I mean, there's the odd person every once in a while that leaves something negative, which I'll block, or if I really feel the need to, I'll respond to. But other than that, this whole YouTube experience, I've been sharing my life. I mean, I'm 30 today. I've been sharing my life more or less on here for about 3.5 years. So since I was about 26, I've been doing this, and it's been a great experience. And my favorite thing, it's like to go back and look at the videos that I've made and rewatch the ones with Roxy as a puppy, and just things that we've done. It's been an awesome experience, and it's something that I'd love to continue on with. Now, I know some people have asked me if I'm going to do daily vlogs or something like that, and I don't think that I'd really get into that, because in reality my life is very boring. I try to make videos that have a purpose. Each video that I make has some type of purpose, as opposed to just like, I'm going to get coffee, I'm doing this, and I used to really love vlogs like that, but I just don't find them interesting that much anymore, because there's so many people doing it, and it's just such a bore. So I'd like to continue making videos for you that have some type of purpose, and I hope you understand that, and I think I value your time, and I think you probably do too, so I don't want to take too much of it, and I've definitely done that here in this video. So I thank you for watching. Happy birthday to me, being 30. I'm not really celebrating too much of it, but we are having a get-together today, and maybe there'll be some footage of that, I'm not sure. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video, or maybe when I turn 40. Here's a bonus clip for you. Here's what my lovely wife made me on my 30th birthday. Constantly reminded.